All right. Today we're going to show you how to connect three commas to TradingView and also to your exchange. So basically how it works is you enable the Edge Trader Pro indicator and you set up an alert that will send a signal to three commas, and then three commas will then send a signal to your exchange to either open or close an order and also set take profits and stop losses. So let's get into it. Right now we just have TradingView open. We're going to trade on Bitmex. So we're going to type in XBT USD and take in, here we go. Now we're on the Bitmex chart. And we're going to go to three commas. Okay, we just created a free account. A tutorial screen pops up. You can just click right past that. We're going to go ahead and get into the exchanges. So we can connect the exchange to three commas. We're going to click here on my exchanges. Okay, we're going to select the exchange. As in this particular case, we're going to use Bitmex, but you can use any one of these exchanges. Some of them have certain features available, and you have to just kind of check with three commas and see which one works best for you. Okay, so we select Bitmex. We're going to type in, we'll just name it Bitmex demo. Okay, and then we're going to get an API key and an API secret from Bitmex. So we just created a Bitmex account here. Okay, it's a brand new account. We're going to go over to API, which is up here on the top. We're going to click on API key management here on the left. We're going to name it. We're going to call it three commas demo. Okay, we're going to select the key permissions as order. Do not select withdrawal. You do not want anybody to have the ability to withdraw from your account. And by the way, this is sensitive data, so these keys will be destroyed, and this is just a dummy account that will not have funds in it. But just be aware not to share this information with anybody. So we're going to click on Create API Key, and we're going to grab the ID here. Make sure you get the whole thing. There you go. All right, and then we'll go back into three commas. Okay, we're going to paste in the ID. All right, and then we go back over to Bitmex. Grab the secret. We're going to paste that into the API secret. All right, and then we will click Connect an Exchange. And just like that, three commas now has access to trade on the Bitmex exchange that you set up. It'll show you the balance if you had one, and you can also see your trades as they happen. But what we need to do now is set up a bot. So click on DCA bots here. Okay, and then we're going to just create a bot here. We're going to name this Bitmex BTC Longbot is perfect. The exchange is Bitmex Demo. Okay, and the pairs are important. We're going to click on here, XBT USD. Make sure it has a Bitcoin logo, and that's the correct pair there. The strategy is going to be long. We'll create a second bot that'll be just for shorting. Okay, base order size. Suggest that whatever balance you have, you put that as your base order size. So if you have one Bitcoin, it'll say 1 XBT. You would put in 1 here. Okay, and if you safety order size is irrelevant, so don't enter anything there. As the start order type, you're going to select market. Okay, leverage type, you can select cross. This is just fine. And deal condition, deal start condition, you're going to select TradingView Custom API. Okay, target take profit. We'd like to put this something really high. Statistically, A 28% take profit is what we put in here. Although that is likely not to hit, that's what we put in there for statistically. That's the best number to put in there. Your bot will take profit when it gets a signal to switch short. When your long bot gets a signal to switch short, that's when you'll be taking profit in most cases. Trailing, we leave this off. Stop loss, we do turn this on. This is according to your risk management strategy. We use a 2% stop loss. You may choose to use a greater stop loss than that. When your long bot flips short, it may be at a loss, and in which case it would be an active stop loss rather than just your 2% here. Okay, stop loss timeout, we leave that off. Trailing stop loss, we leave that off as well. Max safety trades account, we turn that to 0. The rest of these we can leave as they are. Okay, and the rest of this, different various options, those are irrelevant for this particular bot we're creating. Okay, so we're going to click Create Bot here. Bot successfully saved, Start Bot. We can go ahead and start it. It's not going to fire an order. It will not turn on until we send a signal to it. All right. Now, what we're going to do is essentially take this same bot and we're going to copy it and make a short bot. So we're going to name this as short bot. We're going to make this as a short and basically keep everything the same. Again, if you have a balance of 1 Bitcoin, you're going to put in a 1 here. That means you'll have basically 1-to-1 leverage. Don't recommend using margin or leverage at all until you know what exactly you're doing with trading, and there's various strategies of when to add leverage. When you're starting off is definitely not one of those times. So you can make plenty of money with 0 leverage and just trade the base order size to your account size. So as you get more Bitcoin, you can come in here. If your trade winnings take you to 1.5 Bitcoins, then you just put in 1.5 here and trade with that. So we just make sure that all these settings did come over when we copied it. Looks good. Okay, we're going to click Create Bot here. And we go ahead and start it. That's fine. Now, we're going to get some data from each one of these bots. So let's see, we're right now in the short bot. Okay, and we're going to take this information and put it into TradingView in order to create a signal that will tell the bot to turn on. Let's get over to TradingView and get that set up. Okay, so we're going to come up here to indicators, which is here. Your chart may say indicators were zoomed in here, but either that or this icon. Okay, we're going to go to invite only scripts. We're going to click Pro Trend Trader or Edge Trader. We're going to add it to the chart. Okay, we just saw the candles light up. This is a demo account, so we can only create 1 alert at a time, and that's okay. But we'll work through that. So this is the 4-hour. A good place to trade is either on the 1 hour, the 4-hour, or the 6-hour. So right now we just got a 4-hour long, and we may decide to go short on the 1 hour, for example, if that was our strategy. So right now the 1 hour is long. We may want to take the next short and open a short order when we get a sell signal here. So what we'll do is we just kind of right click anywhere. We're going to click Add Alert. Okay, we're going to find Edge Trader here, and we're going to look for the next alert is going to be a sell alert. Okay, we're going to click on once per bar close. This is very important. Okay, we're going to make sure that this expiration time is somewhere into the future. If you have the premium account, you can have an open-ended notification time that just would last forever. We're going to click on all of these guys here and also webhook URL. This is a paid feature, so we'll just pretend like that is selected. And when this is enabled, it'll ask you for a URL. Okay, and we're going to get that URL from 3 commas in just a moment. But in order to start this bot, what we'll do is we're going to find the correct code to send it. It's actually going to be message to start bot and deal. Okay, so we're going to click here to copy. Okay, then we're going to go back into we're going to go back into Trading View and paste this into the message. And we're going to change this. We're actually going to add something here. Okay, this is important just so you know what's been fired. So all I did was copy this little section right there from the quote all the way to the comma. I'm just going to paste this in this section right here, and I'm going to type in Bitmex short open. Okay, and I want to know what price this fired at, so I'm going to just copy this code that's right here. See that? It won't let you highlight it, but you could type it in pretty easy. Okay, and you leave it in the quotations. Now this will fire a message. You'll see this, so it makes it readable for you. When this message fires, if you don't put this in here, you won't really know what it says. You have to match up this number, which to me is a little confusing. Delay seconds, we're going to put 5 seconds a delay on this, and the reason why is because we're also going to have a long bot, and we need the long bot to close its order first before it places a buy, so there's no conflict. So we'll just change this 0 to a 5. Okay, and the webhook URL, we're going to get that from the FAQ wiki page. Okay, and we're going to do webhook URL. Let's see if that comes out. There we go. That's it right there. And we can just take that URL. Okay, don't copy the period. That URL, you would copy it and you'd put it in. There you go, right here where it says webhook URL, and it doesn't even show you in this example, but that's okay. So just pretend like there's a little message box that pops up here, a little field, and we would type in that URL right there, and then we click create. Okay, and then that alert will be ready to fire. Now we're going to create 3 more alerts just like that. Okay, we're going to create at the same time, if we got a sell alert, okay, we're going to want to not only start our short bot, we're going to want to close our long bot if we had the long bot running. And even though it's not running yet, it will be running in the future. So what we'll do is go back to 3 commas, okay, and we're going to go into our DCA bots here. Okay, and we're going to, there we go, there's the long bot. You just click view here. Okay, and the signal that we're looking for is to close it. So we're going to go message to close all deals at market price and stop bot. Okay, so that's going to close our long bot. Let me just get rid of that. Okay, so then we're going to, we can only create one alert at a time, I believe, or have one running at a time when it's a demo account. So make sure you get the paid trading view, and then you can have a bunch of alerts. There's some limit there, but all you really need is 4. So we're going to do right click, add alert. We're going to go into Edge Trader again. We're going to go into sell alert. Okay, once per bar close. We're going to again click on the webhook URL, put that URL in we got from the wiki from 3 commas, and now we're going to put in this this code, and this is going to do close at market price and stop all bot. Close at market price all and stop bot. What this does, this is specifically for the long bot, so we're going to put this, I'm going to change this message, make sure there's a comma between those blocks. Okay, we're going to go Bitmex long close. Okay, we're going to change this just so I'd like to see the price there, what it was. So that'll tell, this command doesn't close the bot. This just tells us the closing price. Okay, so once per bar close, we're going to get notifications on our app, which I recommend to install. You're going to get a pop-up on your browser if it's open, and you're also going to get an email, so you get some logs and records of what's going on here. Okay, then we click create. Okay, and then we'll see that alert here. Now you're going to create two more. Okay, you're going to create another alert for your long that is going to close the long if you, I'm sorry, that's going to open the long if you get a buy signal. And you're going to create another alert that is going to close your short bot if you get a if you get a long signal. And that basically is just shutting off your, it's just closing one bot and opening the other. And just be sure that you do, before you create another open alert, make sure you have your delay seconds in here as 5. It'll avoid a conflict between those two bots opening, because even though you have two bots right now, they're trading on the same exchange, and most exchanges, well, Bitmex in particular, will not allow you to have two orders at the same time, and they won't cancel each other out. The bot will just have a conflict and it won't work. Now, for your first time that you're running this, when you see these alerts happen, make sure you get on your exchange, make sure everything worked okay. All right. If you see an alert, open up 3 commas, make sure everything looks good in there. Most importantly, open up the exchange and make sure, for instance, on Bitmex, if you want to see if you have trades open, you click on trade, and in your positions, you'll see a position here that's open if your bot fired. And make sure that it's either a long position, which will be green, or a red position, or a sell position, which will be red. Make sure that matches up to where you're supposed to be according to how your alerts are firing. Okay, and if you want to trade the 4 hour, you just click 4 hours, and then you set your alerts after you're in that time frame. And that's basically the gist of how you set up TradingView, how you set up 3 commas, and how you set up your exchange to trade with a bot. If you have any questions, go ahead and hit us up on the support page on edgetraderpro.com. And until then, we'll see you guys next time.